Come on, where are you?
Hey, Mr. Rolando. Mr. Aaron.
How you doing, sir? I'm doing well. How are you, man?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, likewise, man. Sorry
You
for
ready?
your brother.
Thank you.
You ready?
Of course, man.
You gonna do the show?
Yeah, come on. You gonna do the show with me, Aaron?
No, I think I want to surprise them that I'm not here.
No, you don't. You wanna do the show.
Ah, come on, do the show.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on.
Go.
Come on. Hello, Las Vegas. This is Rolando Larraz with Face the Tribune. Remember, if you don't have anything to worry about, if you don't do anything wrong, you can face the Tribune. Otherwise, the Tribune is going to face you. And today is the first, my co-host, Mr. Producer, Mr. Clark Philly, and as a surprise talking for the people of Las Vegas and the audience of Face the Tribune, the one and only Aaron Philly. Aaron, welcome to Las Vegas.
Thank you.
I
Feels
guess
great. I love this place.
You do?
No.
He was trying to get out of here the day he came out of the womb. He hated the place.
Really?
He was
Yeah.
threatening to move the day he got home from the hospital.
And this is the first day for the Republican convention, and everybody is over there in Cleveland. Even all those Mexicans are there protesting already early in the morning, calling Trump names and everything else. But what else you expect from people that have no rights to be here? You know, it's not nothing new. And our lady of corruption is in the other side of the city in Cleveland with the what is it, the ACLU, I think it
Is
is.
she in Cleveland today?
Yeah, she was blasting Trump in another
She's
convention.
coming here tomorrow.
Yeah. What does she care? She's spending the money from the people of the United States.
And the Clinton Crime Foundation.
Yes.
All the
That
money
is,
from all of our enemies in the Mideast.
That's money that it should be taken back the same way that
Good luck.
it should be doing with the trust of Philly versus Philly.
Yeah.
You know, that money should be putting back over there
Yeah.
in the funds. But yeah, she's in Cleveland. I don't know if it's a double ACP or ACLU, one of those two kind of reddish socialist organizations.
Yeah.
You know, and I guess they did that intentionally.
American Civil Liberties Union. Boy, has that name been misconstrued over the years.
Very much so.
Oh my God, that's almost like the Affordable Care Act. What's affordable about it? It's not Affordable Care Act. That's what it should be called. Be much more accurate.
It's not affordable, no.
Is any Care Act affordable? Is any health insurance affordable?
Well, but you can, whatever it is.
I have your mic.
Whatever it costs, but when the government gets involved, it costs double. And of course, the promise, the lie was that it was gonna save us money. Nothing the government has ever done has saved us money.
The government's failures. They're a big organization of a failure.
Yeah.
I'd like to tell the audience that are watching us on YouTube that we are not trying to be romantic. It's just Clark Philly trying to save money with the light and have all the lights off. Look how dark it is in here. It looks like we are having a little romance.
Looks like, yeah, a little love affair.
Yeah, love.
Where's the candles?
Huh?
I thought we had candles.
Oh, we're still in
Candles, yeah, candles, yes.
we're in the cave.
So, Aaron Philly, tell me, what brought you to Las Vegas? You think, are you coming to pick up your money or?
Yeah, I'm coming to pick up the house and take it back to New Hampshire.
Oh.
Yeah, they loaded it up on a flatbed trailer and drove it down here. And and stole it from my grandparents.
Yeah, I learned that you was coming by Josh Earl. He called me and told me
Mhm.
Yeah.
his dear friend Earl, Aaron was coming to Las Vegas. I said, oh, he never told me anything. You know?
My buddy Earl.
Yeah, and so anyway, how long you gonna be?
I'm gonna leave tomorrow. I'm
Are
pretty
you
sure.
serious?
Yeah. I think tomorrow, like 6 o'clock.
In the morning?
No, at night.
Oh,
Yeah.
why? What happened? How come?
He has things to
I
do.
gotta get back home.
He
and
can't
get
be
to
down
work.
here dicking around over my sister.
Right.
Oh.
What the hell's he gonna waste his life for over
Did you-
this
Did
bitch?
you come over to have lunch with your aunt?
Yeah. My aunt needs to. I mean,
And your brother came over here one day and attacked me. You
I
know?
saw that. I saw that
Oh, you
footage.
saw that?
Yeah. Well, he's a moron.
Yeah.
Him and Wanda. You know, this whole thing is, this is my take on it. Mostly every single family has one bad seed. You know what I mean? Whether
Your family have two.
Yeah. My brother used to not be so bad, but what ends up happening is,
He was
either people, end up having a drug problem, or
they've been brainwashed.
or they've been brainwashed, or they were, sexually molested, and that ends up becoming spooling up into a mess. But normally every family almost has one of these type of people in there. And we ended up with Wanda. We ended up with my brother. And my sister's the smarter one out of those two, but those two are just pure idiots, so that's not even a compliment.
Oh.
But what ends up happening is you get these guys, and then you get the lawyers, and they feed off these idiots that they found. And then they manipulate the judge. They're all in it together. And they're all in it to steal money. But my aunt and my brother have no idea. They're just being played like puppets because they're not that bright. Meanwhile, Clark and I, and you, Rolando, we have to jump through hoops just to get the law to be upheld.
Yes.
But, this isn't a democratic society that we live in.
And I don't think we are doing too good of a job.
No.
Because
How can we?
they don't listen.
No.
They don't want to listen.
They
That's
do whatever
what-
they want to do.
And it is sad to see that happening in this country. It's the same thing that it was sad today. I'm looking at the people in Cleveland, and they don't respect the police. They don't respect the law. They don't respect anything.
Right.
And that's another thing that bothers me. Those 3 police officers in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, losing their life. That's already 8 police officers in 1 week.
Right.
And this sniper from Biloxi was in Dallas. Isn't that? Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
He was in Dallas, physically in Dallas, when that thing erupted.
Wow.
Interesting. This is some sort of paid operatives, I think.
Probably, yes.
Yep, from Soros or somebody. This is all a plan by the people that are trying to destroy this country, and Obama's in on it.
It is.
Well, the things with these cop shootings, and then the cops, shooting unarmed black people. This goes back to Rodney King. He was the very first time we got footage of, well, not the first time. I mean, it's been going through the 60s and what have you. But what ended up happening was the cops ended up getting away with going outside of their badge and doing personal work and just beating up and killing black people. And then they get away with it. They work outside of their badge and they get away with it. So I don't want to see anyone die, black or white or cops, because people have family, people are loved, and then people are taken away from those people, from morons. And I don't want to see that, but I understand it. Just because I don't want to see it doesn't mean I don't understand it.
Yeah, I understand what you're trying to say, and I have wrote about that many times because the cops, they are good cops. They don't do anything
Sure.
wrong. The bad cops
Sure,
are
bad
the ones,
apples.
and the people are getting frustrated. And I've
Sure.
been saying that for months now,
Right.
for years.
Right.
You know, wake up, America, because the people are waking up and they are
Exactly.
getting tired and they don't want to tolerate it.
Exactly.
But what I'm trying to say is normally the good policemen don't worry too much, and that's how they are becoming target because they are not. There was not concerned. They
There's no
probably
justice.
are now.
There's no justice.
Yeah, and the bad ones, they know how to protect themselves. They know how to hide from the people that can harm them, and they always work in team. They always work in groups,
Yeah, the union.
so they can get away. That's how they become tough guys and everything else. When they go into a house, 3, 4, 5 at a time, you know, and that is making the people tired
Right.
in this country. But unfortunately,
Intimidating.
most of those police officers that have died in the last week or 2 weeks, they are not the kind of police officers that deserve to be punished for their actions, you know. And it is sad to see that happening. You know, it's not.
Especially this time when we're at war with terrorists from the Mideast that want to cut our heads off. What a time to have this going on.
Right.
Of all the times in the world to start having race relation problems.
Now,
And, you know, what do we want now? Dead cops now. I mean, Jesus Christ. And that comes from our leader. That's the biggest problem with what's going on with that. What did he say the other day? I can't even repeat it. He said something in a speech yesterday that's just is beyond me. It's just absolutely beyond me. Oh, like he's justifying the killings. I mean,
I'm
did
sure.
you hear it?
No, I did because honestly, I'm not even listening to him anymore.
Yeah.
I really don't. There's no need to, you know. Hopefully, supposedly, he is not running for office. He's not going to stay. So I can care less what he got to say now.
No, we got months to go though.
Yeah.
And what he can do in a few months is just unbelievable.
You know,
How many more cops we got to have killed? How much more turmoil?
It's very important.
This country's tearing itself apart. And we're at war with the Mideast people trying to tear us apart.
It's very important that the people of the United States realize that not all the cops are bad, and you have to be very careful when you get stopped by a cop now. You have to play cool, you have to be calm, you have to put your hands in the wheel because they are scared. They are running scared, and rightfully so. And I don't think, you know, and nobody have criticized police officers more than Las Vegas Tribune and myself. But my point is, right now, the community is without security. We don't have, cops are not securing our safety as they supposed to. You know, it's not, you know, and like I said, we have good cops in Las Vegas. How many demonstrations, how many racial issues we have here? Not that many. They got everything under control. Everything under sergeant are police officers. Anything over sergeant, they're not police officers anymore. They are administrators, and that's what they need to clean up. They need to clean the administration. They need to put new leaders in the department, and they need to, first of all, they need to break that matrimony that exists between the union, the police union, and the police force. You know, that is something that, in my opinion, is unethical. There should not be any kind of relationship. The union is supposed to protect the rank and file, and they are in cahoot with the administration. How can you do that?
The union and the police department and the DA are all in the same bed together,
Yeah.
figuring out how to get away with murdering an unarmed black people. You know, this should have started happening back in Rodney King. It took 25 years to get to this, which is amazing that it's taken that long. This just keeps going on, and people are getting sick of the injustice. You know, we don't have a legitimate court system. You know, if you don't have a legitimate court system, you have nothing. To say that America is great and that we're the almighty is a joke. We're no different than Mexico. We're no different than Brazil. We're a third world country. We're living a total fluke.
Well, everything is gonna change now when Donald Trump win the election. You know, if they're gonna let him win the election. Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I look and question the opportunity that is there to have a good country again. They are trying to demoralize and diminish the good intention that Donald Trump may have. It's not. It should not be that way. You know, I never seen a president that is campaigning with a candidate for president. I never seen that. They might have a little bit of an inclination to help one person or another one, but they don't go open to campaign with that other candidate. I think it's ridiculous. It's disrespectful to the people of this nation, you know. But what can we do now? So anyway.
That's where we've gotten. I mean, we had Bush for 2 terms. He made it possible for a black guy to be elected as president, which Obama is the furthest thing from black I've ever seen.
And you know what? Well, he's only half black.
Yeah, I don't.
So don't give him credit.
I'm 17,000 times more black than that guy is. But anyways, he got elected after his failure.
And then look at this. Ironically, now Bush is sitting in there between Biden and Obama, and he refused to go to the Republican convention.
Obscene.
Eh?
It's obscene.
Obscene.
He sucks. I knew that guy sucked when he was running the
Romney
first term.
sucks. They're just all up.
The whole family.
The true colors are coming out.
Mhm.
And nobody could ever have done that other than Trump. He talks the truth and everybody falls apart and starts scrambling around and starts showing their true colors.
Yeah.
It's pathetic.
I-
You look at CNN and MSLSDS and all these channels, they are 100% backing the liberals. 100%. They will never say anything negative about Hillary Clinton, ever. On the other side, you have the supposed Fox News. That's the only fair and balanced opposed station out there. I would say they're 50% backing Trump in positive information, kind of, and 50% against him.
And look, when they have somebody that try to back Trump, look what happened to Andy Tantaro. You know, I believe that the reason she's not there anymore is not because she wrote a book or anything. All these people write books all the time.
Yeah.
Greg, whatever his last name is.
Juan Williams, liberal
Juan
joke.
Williams, O'Reilly, they all writing books. So, but Andy Tantaro was openly supporting Trump, and now she's not there no more. You know, so that's
Vicious.
Freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of.
They have an agenda. I don't know what it is or why or whatever. They want to be in charge, I guess. I
Yeah,
don't know.
they are the government. Fox News.
Well,
You know, this right here, you're listening and you're at the only true media there is, honest
Yeah.
media.
yeah.
That's gone.
We try to,
You know?
but it's costing us blood. It's costing us blood.
Well, that's how it is. You know, when you're.
Because we're like Trump. Everybody goes against you. If you tell the truth, they have to destroy you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's exactly what it is. You know.
You take a black guy that's intelligent, a brain surgeon, and that's not a joke. He's a real brain surgeon, Ben Carson, and they attack him because of his ideas. He's conservative.
Yeah.
So he's terrible. I mean, what does that show you? These people are morons.
Yeah.
They're out to destroy the country. And it all comes down to politics. It all comes down to the parties. The parties are causing this problem because they will never, ever, ever get along, ever. It's a two-party system, and that's division. And they're going to fight, and they're going to destroy this country. Until we get rid of those parties, we don't have a chance.
Well, at first, I wanted to go for Bernie. Personally,
Wow.
yeah.
Really?
The only thing I didn't like about Bernie was he's been a politician his whole life and he can't be trusted. But
I cannot deal with communists. I cannot deal with communists.
But I think Bernie, like sincerely cares about people. When Hillary, I know, does not at all.
Yeah.
And then and Trump, you know, Trump's rich. You know, it's tough to really, you know.
Well, why don't you look at it that he's created a lot of jobs for a lot of people, and through that he supported a lot of families and created a lot of wealth within his organization for families.
And Bernie is
That's
dying
positive.
like everybody else.
What has Hillary Clinton ever done for anybody? Zero.
This and this,
Right.
everything for free. There's nothing free in this world. Nothing is free in this world. You know, everything costs you either by money, by getting back, or by giving back.
Bernie might know there's big problems in there with the government. He knows that, but he doesn't have a clue what to do about it.
As a matter of fact,
His whole philosophy is backwards.
this past weekend, the libertarian people were in Las Vegas having a convention, and I was going to write about how little publicity they got from the mainstream media. But then I read in the Review Journal on Saturday or Sunday, I don't remember. And the guy who's running for president, I forgot his name, John somebody, he said his idea is like Bernie Sanders. How can I defend somebody that is trying to take the little money that I have to give it to somebody else that don't deserve it? This is the only country in the world that doesn't have a border. We are living without a border. Why do we need to be without a border? Why the laws in this country are not enforced? Why the immigration law is not enforced? They need to stay in their side of the street, and we stay in this side
They
of the
have a
street.
political party that wants them. Their votes for the political party. Their
I
heads.
can't believe how can they destroy a beautiful system like we had until 10, 15, 20
They
years
want
ago.
power. They want power for themselves,
And
not for
for
the
that,
people,
you have
for
to blame.
themselves.
For that, you have to blame mainly the mainstream media. That they are
Absolutely.
manipulating all these games and instigating. I was listening to that lady last night, and I think it was Leslie
Stall?
Stoll.
Oh,
She was instigating.
oh my God. Attack
Instigating.
dog.
Huh?
Attack dog. Trying to get a big rift going between Pence and Trump. Just
Yeah.
agonizing.
I know. She was there attacking Trump through, well, why do you allow him to do this?
Yeah, just trying to get a fight going. Unbelievable. Just disgusting.
That's what sells, though.
Huh?
That's what sells though. Fights,
Mm.
sandbox fights, sell.
You know, the news is supposed to, the press is supposed to be news.
Right.
So people can listen to the press and listen to the news. News. The minute they go beyond the news and start putting spin, well, that's turn it off.
And then
That's not
they
what
are
they're
so
for.
cynical.
You know,
They are
report the weather. Report stuff that's happened.
That's all.
Don't start going overboard and start putting your spin and what people said. Interpret it. No, we can hear what they said. Let it go at that. Report what they said,
Right.
not what your
We don't need-
interpretation is.
And I tell you, I was watching actually Channel 8 and well, I watched all channels this morning, all channels. Channel 4, Channel 8, 13, 5, and 3. 3 was disgusting. News items, it was a bunch of animals, I don't know what they was doing. I had to change it because it was nasty. I couldn't even have my coffee, but looking at those little vegetable animals, Channel 5, it was, which is Fox, I was surprised. It's a joke. Channel 8 is happening right now. What do you mean happening right now? It's been happening since yesterday, 8 o'clock in the morning. I've been watching all Sunday, all day long Sunday, what happened in Louisiana. And they tell you everything. 2 items.
Why did it take so long?
2 items.
So long to find out the color of the shooter. Nobody was reporting that he was a black man for
And
almost the whole day.
and nobody report that one police officer was
Right.
black.
No color
Black
at all.
like this telephone.
Why did it take that long? Why did it take that long?
Because it's a racial problem. They don't want.
That's news.
Yeah.
So why not report it? That in and of itself stinks. It stinks.
Channel A have 2 local items. One was Kevin Child because he did some stupid posting in Facebook about that guy that drove his truck over a bunch of people somewhere. I forgot where it was.
And Nice, France.
Yeah, and he said, well, those people should not be in the middle of the road,
But the other side is we've got to make those trucks illegal. We have to get trucks out of the hands of people,
Ban them.
right? We got to get those trucks.
Ban trucks or vehicles.
Why should they be so available where anybody can go in and buy a truck? Mike, what's wrong with us? We got to stop that.
2 local items. 2. One was immaterial to everybody, and the other one, it was so important that I forgot what it was. But
with all the stuff going on in the world, I turned on Channel 3 last night at 11 o'clock, and by 11:02 the weather was on.
yeah, that's all they do.
And
I have to give them credit. Channel 8 has a very, very good lady doing the weather report.
Yeah.
And the traffic report is done by a very good
How
job.
hard is that? It's hot out and the traffic sucks.
And that's what the news should report, is just things that are there. Some people might not know, so tell them. But you don't start putting spin on everything.
Everything else is from another CNN, Fox. I don't think they use Fox that much on Channel 8 because Channel 5 is Fox, so they don't want to give them too much credit. But CNN and CBS, actually, CBS was the first one to report. The CBS affiliated in Louisiana is the first one to report the shooting, But I cannot believe the lack of news that we have in this city.
Well, they're too busy reporting spin and their agenda instead of news. They could fill up 24-hour news channels with all crap, all spin.
And then you got the, what do you call that company? They give you all those channels, DirecTV. It's an insult to the intelligence of the human being. An insult, you know.
Why is that?
They give you 140 channels, right? You're paying $150 for I don't know how many channels, 150, 180. So it's
per
almost
channel. $1 per channel.
Almost $1 per channel, right? But they don't tell you that from channel 400 to 440 is all Spanish because DirecTV is owned by a Mexican company. So they got all those Spanish channels over there. Plus they got channel 15, Univision. They got channel 39, whatever you call that other.
ESPN.
No, Univision and I forgot the other company that do Spanish shows. And then you got channel 24. This is all Spanish. And then you got from the 70, I think, to 100 and some is you got Larry King. Larry King used to be an idol for news. Now he's peddling omega 3.
I see his show come on, it's the same thing. Show after show after show after show after, just like an info.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And then you got 3 channels with the same show at the same time, exactly the same. They're ripping off the people, the consumers, and the government allowed them to do that.
Well, if the consumers pay for it, they pay for it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm going to cancel my DirecTV.
Yeah.
I'm going to cancel my DirecTV.
Yeah.
And they raise your price without letting you know, without giving you a notice, without nothing. Boom.
Yeah.
We started with $49. $49 we started in DirecTV, 11 years, 10 years ago, I guess. I don't remember how long ago. And we now are up to $159.
Yeah.
It's not,
Well, think about it. They raised the price without telling anybody,
yeah,
and only 10% of the people complain about it. That's some pretty good profit.
yeah. And
I
then-
used
Well,
to-
because it's more or less monopolies in a way. I know there's a little bit of competition, but
Yeah.
not much. And if you really dig deep, it's probably the same owner of all of them.
Sure.
DirecTV, Dish, and everything's probably owned by the same people.
Sure.
God, don't scare me.
Well, that's the way it is.
Don't-
And then just before they race, they'll start cutting out channels too. I used to get a lot of channels on Cox. I don't get them anymore. And then they raise the rate.
Yeah. Yeah, Cox is the same way. They give you, Cox start doing
We had a big discussion. We even had a show here with one of the bosses at Cox about they were trying to not show the Super Bowl or something because Channel 8 wanted more money for the Super Bowl. And I asked him directly, I said, wait a minute, you're paying Channel 8 to rebroadcast Channel 8 to your subscribers? I mean, shouldn't it be the other way around? You have millions of subscribers.
Yeah.
Why are you paying Channel 8 for you to rebroadcast to your million of viewers? They should be paying you for those millions of viewers. You're not going to get them otherwise.
and the guy said, well, you should tell them that. You know?
Yeah, and then right after the
They
show,
went
they
off the
decided.
air. They went off the air for
And
what?
right after the show, they went back on the air because of what I said. They went, oh, the word's getting out there. We got to shape up.
Why do you guys even have cable? What's the point?
To
You
stay
like
on top of
commercials?
things,
Stay on top of
research.
what? Lies?
Yeah, so we can report the lies
No.
as lies.
You can just guess that. You don't need to hear it.
Well, but 47% of the people need to be told that they just heard a lie. And good luck with that, because they're still not going to get it. But you have to do it. I mean,
People,
otherwise you're done. 47% of this world are getting lied to on a minutely basis. Every minute of the day, they're being lied to by the mainstream media.
People don't care. Take their iPhones and they'll care.
Well,
But
sooner or later, it's going to come to where you get now pitchforks and sickles again.
yeah,
Because when they stop eating because they can't get food, like in Venezuela or wherever they are now, that's when it's going to hit the fan.
that's what it's gonna hit.
And it's going to go that way. It has to.
Yeah.
Where's the food going to come from?
Yeah.
Where the government's got all your money, where's the food going to come from?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem, my friend. It's not there. But
And that's the natural way that governments progress. They progress to the point where they fall on their face. It's happened time and time and time again, all over the world. The ones that have the lasting power are the dictatorships, because they control the army and control everything. So there's no real way to take them over. But, you know, everything is tried a democratic type society. The Roman Empire, they failed miserably. The French Revolution, kings were literally losing their heads. You know, that's what it comes to. People get fed up. And it's corruption. And it's people get too much power and they get absolutely corrupted. The only way to get around it is you have to take over the military.
yeah, that's the only way.
Next time Obama flies out of town, which he flies every day, he flies someplace, we got to get the pilot of that airplane per our instructions. We own the plane. Just leave them there, turn around, come back to Andrews. Just leave wherever you drop them off, leave them there.
As soon as he gets off.
Yeah, just fire up the engine, take right back off. You know, because they work for us.
Yeah.
Well, I think we all know the government works for themselves.
Yeah.
They're supposed to work for us, so we
That's
have
why
to
they're
take
so
it.
careless.
Supposed to.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's why they are the way they are. Because they know that nobody's gonna ask them questions, nobody's gonna question
Yeah.
the
That
attitude.
pesky little constitution, you know, they keep trying to change. You know, gun rights, they're trying to take those away. That doesn't work too well, so they try to take the bullets away, buy up all the bullets.
They walk around like the poo-poo don't stink, and don't bother them because they forgot that you put them over there in that position. You elected them to that job, you know. You trusted them and you didn't know that they was gonna take over forever. Look at Harry Reid, 36 years in the same job. I mean, how lucky can you be?
Right.
You
Well,
know,
his last term, he lost the majority of the Senate, so finally,
yeah. So and now he preparing.
now he quits.
Now he preparing the ball game. He got Catherine Cortez Masto. He got that little Mexican token, Ruben Kewen. He got Dina Tyler. He got that Jackie Rose. He's preparing the ball game so he can be manipulating these people from his new Summerlin headquarters. You know.
And you got Obama's renting a place in Washington, D.C. because his daughter has to finish school before he could leave Washington.
She just turned 18 years old.
Well, but one of the daughters, that's the excuse for him to stick around. Because he's going to be fighting leaving that power. He's going to be trying to be a Harry Reid in Washington, D.C. He's going to try to hold on to it.
Then he's gonna have to argue with Bill Clinton because they're still over there and trying to control. Everybody wants to be a controller,
That's what it's all about, power.
but why?
That's what
That's where the money-
dictatorship's like.
Do your term and get out. Look at the Bush family. How many Bushes are going to be in the presidential?
Not anymore.
No.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
No.
He's showing the true colors now.
No.
Not going to the Republican convention,
No.
they're done. They're gonna be a dinosaur, just like the Republican Party is.
George W. Bush sucked the day he was born, and he sucks today.
Did you see that lady arguing with somebody at one of these never Trumpers at the convention, right? This lady, I've been a Democrat for 35 years of my life, and now that party sucks. So I'm a Republican now. Are you telling me you don't want my vote?
To whom?
To this never Trumper that's a Republican, supposedly. So she's telling him, you're supposed to be a Republican, and you're not backing the Republican. So are you telling me, a lifetime Democrat, that you don't want my vote for Trump? That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
I mean, she was great. Oh, they should make her a speaker. She was so, that guy just clammed right up, boy. He had nothing he could say to her. Because he's so freaking wrong.
People are going to vote for Trump because he's not a politician. That's it.
That's a
And
positive point.
the only problem that can arise is Hillary is a woman, and women will vote because they're women. They got to stick together. That's what they
but
did.
I don't think this is the case now. I think women are very much disappointed with Hillary Clinton, especially after the FBI. They thought they was going to get everything forgotten, everything under the rug. And I tell you, the attitude that the FBI took in that interview is the one that give her the silent vote.
The FBI threw the Department of Justice under the rug, and Obama.
Yeah.
That guy threw them both under the rug.
Nice to
He
know
said,
the FBI did something.
I'm not gonna be the swing, I'm not gonna be the dude. So it's all yours. And then he trashed Hillary Clinton. He said everything that she did was criminal,
Right.
but I'm not filing charges
Yeah.
Right.
because
And
I've been told not to
And
by
that
the
is,
Department of Justice and by Obama.
and that is the thing that is gonna be the most important thing in this. People are getting tired of the
Yeah.
Clintons getting their way every time they want. You know what he did when he met with the Attorney General was a despicable, disrespectful
But that's the Clintons.
attitude against the people of this nation. He should have never done that, but
That's the way they operate.
they really believe they are above the law. They
Yeah.
honestly, I don't think they realize that they are not. They, in their own mind, they think they are above the law. And that's what it is.
Everyone with a D thinks that,
Yeah.
and it's been proven
If-
over and over and over again.
If Hillary Clinton got elected as president, she single-handedly could put women back 50 years.
Oh, absolutely. Well, look
Easily.
what Obama's done to the blacks.
Yeah,
And he's only half a
Put
black.
him back 100 years.
Yeah, he has.
He's only an eighth black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not even legitimate there.
Yeah.
He's a mutt.
Yeah.
You know, having the first black president's one thing, but not that guy as black president. And have a woman president, fine, but not that woman.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
like you say, they're gonna put women back.
They're
They
gonna-
might even not even have the vote. If
Yeah.
enough women vote for Hillary and she gets elected, we gotta take the vote away. I'm sorry,
we
we
might not
tried.
even have the species anymore.
We
The
tried,
female
women, we
species might
tried
get
to give you the
wiped out.
vote, and look what you did with it. You voted the most despicable person that ever run for office, ever. Ever.
I don't know how people can even look at Hillary. She has such a fake look on her face. Like she has no
How
concern
do you like the cackle?
for anybody but herself. Yeah,
Cackle just makes my skin
she's
crawl.
the most fake front person I've ever met in my entire life. And it's written all over her entire body.
She's not
How
a poker
people
player.
can't pick up on that is beyond me, which really shows how dumb we are as a society.
47% are just dumb.
Up to 89%, I think.
Well,
We're losing it. We're losing the plot.
yeah, this is our last hope.
Yeah.
If we can't sweep it out right here, boy, we're in deep doo-doo.
Yeah. Come on,
And,
Trump.
and it's not done forever because we're gonna have to go through a revolution. It's not gonna be pretty. Look what's happening right now with the killing of the cops. I mean, this is starting something really, really bad.
Yeah.
Very bad timing. We're at war with people that want to kill us.
Yeah.
And we're letting them into the country left and right because the Democrats need votes. They want to cement their base. So Hillary wants to bring in 500% more refugees. Why? What are these refugees? Are they all doctors and scientists? No, they're all welfare recipients.
They'll get a job at 7-Eleven under some other guy's name and social security number, and then they keep the taxes
Yeah,
and they get richer.
Yeah.
As we become more, anarchy.
yeah.
Unbelievable
Yeah.
how we are getting squeezed out of.
But it totally makes sense. As long as if we all go to work and the government charges us taxes, they'll keep taking the money. Imagine if you have a kid, right? And you set him up with a car, you set him up with an apartment, and you give him a food allowance every month. You think at some point that kid's gonna be like, hey, I came up. I'm good now. I got a job. I don't need that anymore? No. Next year he's gonna ask for more. Next year he's gonna ask for more. It's gonna be a continuation that's gonna go forever.
Yeah.
As long as we keep going to work and paying these guys to run us into the ground, they're never gonna go away.
No, it's going to take a friggin' revolution.
It's gonna take a revolution.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
And if cops keeps killing innocent people, that's gonna be the beginning of the revolution. Because people can't take it anymore. When you got people living down under the mat, like, don't have any money, don't have any shelter, don't have anything. These people are getting pissed and they're getting sick of it. And they're gonna rise up and they're gonna fight back. Because they have nothing to live for. When you have nothing to live for, you fight.
Let me ask you something in the last 5 minutes that we have left. We have a new show today, don't we?
Starting 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock in the evening?
Yep, 7
Really?
to 10.
What kind of show is it? What's the name of the show?
So it's a show like The Herd in a way about solutions, but it's kind of going to go to a lot of colored people of color, and what their solutions are.
What is people of color? You
Well,
mean black
everything,
people?
yellow, Mexican, just
Oh,
all
really?
races.
All races.
All races.
Oh, all races.
And trying to come or get solutions right from the people that they're being used like the Muslims. There's good Muslims in this country that have been here for a long time, but they're being used by Islamic fanatics.
Radically.
They're using the Muslim religion, and the Muslim good people kind of have a problem because they're not rising up to beat these people back. They're being quiet. What this country needs to do is have a different policy. We have to become a nation of rats. Now I wouldn't back that normally, and I wouldn't. But when I say a nation of rats, if we see somebody like that lady saw in San Bernardino, where she had all this suspicious stuff that she was witnessing, but she was afraid to be Islamophobia if she mentioned anything. No, we have to be a rat. If we see somebody, and we can racially profile, if we see somebody that dresses like these Mideasterners dress, and they're having meetings in their garage in the middle of the night with ops trucks pulling up all day long, and they're assembling something in that garage, whether they're right or wrong, call it in and have somebody respond to that and make an investigation. If they're in there making pillows or making little whatever,
Dolls.
that's fine.
Tell 'em
But if
sorry.
you're making bombs, God damn it, and the people that get turned in better have the philosophy, oh, well, we can understand why we look suspicious. That's a good neighbor. She's protecting all of us. So I take my hat off to her. Gee, sorry, we'll try to be a little more, out in the open.
This is what we have to do to fix this problem. And this is a terrible solution, but this is the only solution. And it's worth a try. These people that do these shootings, these mad shootings, these ISIS attacks. We need to say, okay, anybody that does that, we're going to kill every single person that is related to you.
Wow, Trump.
Yeah, that's what we need to
Yeah.
do. And then we got to see if it stops.
And what
And we
Trump
gotta
said
do
when
it.
he said that, which never is repeated, he said, these people care about only one thing. I think they do care about their family.
Right.
So he was gonna go after the family like Aaron just said.
Yeah.
Because
We
that's
kill
the
'em.
only thing they'll
We
understand.
kill them
You
dead.
go after the family.
Yeah. And sure, we'll be killing innocent people. Now, if those people know that their
innocent
son
people should
or
turn
their
in
dad or
You know,
anyone's
let
crazy,
me
they
tell
can
you.
turn them in and say, hey, my son's crazy.
country of
Don't
rats.
kill my ass when this piece of shit
That's
blows
what we
up.
gotta be, a country of rats. I'm
I
sorry
tell
to
you,
say.
I was a witness one time, a long time ago, between two country leaders. One was Trujillo in the Dominican Republic and Batista from Cuba. And I was laying down in the lounge chair and the two men were talking, looking at that. And Trujillo told Batista, you know, if you would have done in your country what I'm doing over here, you will not be here today. And Batista said, well, what do you do here that I didn't do over there? And he said, well, over here, if you are against me, I kill you. And then I kill your wife so she don't gonna starve me. And I kill your kids so they don't miss you. And I kill your parents so they don't cry for you. And I went, whoa, you know.
Over in Syria, we can't kill a shipment of oil because the truck driver might be an innocent guy. So we can't blow up this truck full of oil. According to the goody two-shoes, are yelling and screaming, oh, collateral damage, collateral, so what? That'll tell the truck drivers, don't be a friggin' truck driver.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we have to become a country of rats.
Yeah, and you need to do that. You need to be able to get whatever is in the middle, whatever is interrupting the benefit of this country, need to be out of the way. You
Yeah.
know, that's all it is. You know.
Yeah, and if we don't report it, we become part of the problem. Look, if that woman over there in San Bernardino had called that in and there was an investigation and that house didn't get raided, those 24 people wouldn't be dead in San Bernardino. It wouldn't have happened. You would have caught them and snuffed it out right then and there. Because some neighbors said, what are all these trucks over there? What are all these Muslim-looking type people pulling in and out all hours of the day and night? You know, geez, that's so hard. Oh, I can't be accused of being Islamophobic or whatever. Oh my God.
Islamophobic.
What if you got a couple of old guys living in a house and you have school buses just pulling up all day long and these little kids running in and out of the house and coming out with little packages of gifts? What do you think they're doing in there?
That's how they took care of Escobar. They said, oh, you delivered milk to Escobar? Dead. Oh, you brought him bread? Dead. Oh, you brought him some
Aiding and abetting.
yeah.
And you know, ironically, let me tell you, that's what the Chapo Guzman last that long, because the people in his hometown will not give him up.
Right.
They would not, because he was doing
Better than the government.
than the government was doing for these people. He built school, he built churches, he built hospitals.
Right.
Where's the government? That's why the criminals are taking over, because the government is not doing it. They're not doing their job. Folks, wake up. You're gonna lose your country. My name is Rolando Larraz, and I thank you for listening. I stand behind everything I said in this show today. Thank you, Aaron
Hey,
Philly, for
thanks for
being
having
here.
us, sir.
Welcome back to Las Vegas.
Thank you, man.
And Clark, have a nice day. Don't forget that your show is at 3 o'clock. And don't forget to listen to that 7 o'clock Solution. What's the name?
Solutions in Progress.
Solutions in Progress. What is the name of the host?
Warren Williams.
Warren Williams. That sounds like I don't know, some kind of European person, some kind of Warren Williams. That sounds very, I don't know,
It's English.
English, no?
Yeah.
I don't know, sounds like a guy named Warren to me, with the last name of Williams.
And remember, kill the milkman.
God bless you. God bless America. And